Let me ask you something real. You've been told all your life that success looks like the car in the driveway, the zeros in the bank account, the house on the hill. But tell me this, if you hit every financial milestone and still feel empty when you close your eyes at night, is that really success? See, the world has tricked us. It dressed up money as meaning. It made achievement look like fulfillment. But millions of people who have it all, the house, the money, the lifestyle, are quietly depressed, broken in relationships, and lost inside. That's the pain point nobody wants to admit. We're climbing ladders only to realize the ladder is leaning against the wrong wall. Let's take a look at 5 segments to get a better understand of how this plays out. Segment 1. The lie we've been sold. From the time we're young, there's a script we're expected to follow. Go to school, get a job, earn the paycheck, upgrade to the bigger paycheck, retire one day. That's the game. Society equates what you own with who you are. You drive the right car, you must have made it. You live in the right zip code, you must be successful. You post the right pictures, you must be winning. But here's the hidden cost of that narrative: burnout, disconnection from yourself, regret. Story number 1, the burnout executive. I once spoke with a man who had climbed the corporate ladder to the very top. He had the corner office, the salary, the team that respected him. But when I asked him, "How do you feel about what you've built?" he whispered back, "Tired, empty, like I've been running in circles for 20 years. That shook me, because here was someone who had everything society says is success, and yet he felt like he had nothing that mattered. On paper, he was winning, but inside, he was restless. He was asking silently, "Why doesn't this feel like enough?" Segment 2, the pain of emptiness. Let's talk about that emptiness. Millions of people are quietly wrestling with this. I've worked 20 years. Why do I feel unfulfilled? I hit the milestone. Why doesn't it satisfy me? I thought the new house, the promotion, the status would change everything, but I still feel the same. And this emptiness, it doesn't just sit quietly in the background. It shows up in broken marriages. It shows up in numb routines where you're just going through the motions. It shows up in secret addictions, in the little habits you use to numb yourself because you don't want to face the silence. And worst of all, it shows up as this quiet dread that life is slipping away and you're not living the life you were meant to live. Story number 2, the lottery winner. A few years ago, I read about a man who won the lottery. Overnight, he became a millionaire. At first, he thought his problems were solved. He bought cars, a new house, traveled the world. But after a year, he said publicly, "I feel worse than before. I lost my friends. I don't know who loves me for me. And I still wake up anxious every morning." Money magnified what was already inside him. It didn't fix the emptiness. This is the danger. Chasing success defined by others creates a prison, a golden cage. It looks glamorous from the outside, but on the inside, you feel trapped. Segment 3, the shift, success redefined. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay trapped. What if success was more than money? What if success was about alignment, about living a life on purpose, with growth, with action? It's a 3-part blueprint for unparalleled success. Part 1, discover your inherent purpose. You weren't created by accident. You were designed with intention. You have a unique capacity to innovate, to improve the world around you. Success begins with understanding this core truth. You're not here just to exist. You're here to create and cultivate. Ask yourself, what problem was I created to solve? That question alone can unlock years of misdirection. Part 2, develop yourself for that purpose. Once you catch a glimpse of your purpose, the real work begins. Growth, consistency, discipline. It means sharpening your skills, developing your mind, expanding your heart. Here's the painful truth. Most people spend more time upgrading their car than upgrading their character, more money on entertainment than on education. They feed the body but starve the mind. But if you want true success, you must grow into the person who can carry the weight of that purpose. Part 3, actively pursue that purpose. Knowledge without action is self-deception. You can't just read about purpose. You can't just dream about it. You have to live it. Every decision, every choice, every calendar block should point you closer to your calling. This is what alignment looks like. When your habits, your work, your relationships, and your time are all moving in the same direction. That is true success. Story number 3, the teacher who chose purpose. I once met a school teacher who could have gone into a high-paying career, but she chose teaching because she felt called to shape the next generation. Her salary wasn't huge, she didn't have flashy cars, but the joy in her eyes, the impact on her students, the sense of peace she carried was priceless. That's what happens when you live in alignment with purpose. Segment 4, the comparison trap. Now let's deal with the silent killer of purpose, comparison. Why do so many people miss fulfillment? Because they're too busy staring into somebody else's lane. Social media has made it worse. Every day you scroll through highlight reels, measuring your behind the scenes against someone else's filtered story, and it robs you. Comparison breeds envy, envy breeds paralysis, and paralysis kills purpose. Let me say it another way. Comparison is the thief of destiny. Every time you envy someone else's life, you abandon your own. Every time you wish you were in their lane, you lose time building your lane. You cannot live out your unique design while you're addicted to measuring yourself against someone else's timeline. Segment 5, the positive solution. So what's the solution? Redefine success. Make it about purpose plus growth plus action. When you do that, money becomes a tool, not your master. Impact becomes natural, not forced. Peace stops being something you chase. It becomes who you are. Let me make this practical for you. Tonight, I want you to grab a pen and write down 3 questions. 1, what problem do I feel called to solve? 2, where in my life am I still playing small? 3, what action can I take tomorrow? 1 step to move in alignment with my purpose. Now don't just write them, answer them. And once you answer, pick 1 action and execute this week. Not someday, not when things calm down, this week. That single choice will ignite momentum. Listen, don't wait until the house is full, the account is overflowing, and you still feel the ache inside to realize you climbed the wrong mountain. Success is not just money. Success is living aligned with why you're here. And when you do that, money will follow alignment. Impact will follow alignment. Joy will follow alignment. So the real question is, will you keep chasing a definition of success that was never yours, or will you redefine it right now on your terms? If this message hit you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe, because true success, that kind of success, can't be stolen.